The most merciful thing in the world, I think, is the ability of the human mind to correlate all its contents. Someday the piece and together of disassociated knowledge will upon up such terrifying vistas, of our senorita, a reality, and of our frightful position therein, that we shall either go mad from the revelation or flee from the light into the peace and safety of a new dark age. Ignorance is hardly usual. Miss Dapper, a decker of a longer I live, the more I come to realize that it is a natural state of the human mind. Rhymes all day and all night. There are many who will strive to defend its sanctity, and then expect you to be impressed with their efforts. I prefer ever and ever. We ought to regard the present state of the universe as the effect of its antecedent a state, and as the cause of the state that is to follow, and intelligence know all the forces acting in nature at a given instant, as well as the momentary positions of all things in the universe. Outwards, all knowledge in the universe outwards will be able to comprehend in one single formula of emotions of the largest bodies, as well as the lightest atoms in the world, provided that its intellect were sufficiently powerful to subject all data to analysts to it, nothing would be uncertain. The future as well as the past be present to its eyes. The perfection that the human mind rhymes all day and all night has been able to give to astronomy affords but a feeble online outline of such an intelligence. We were here to become great men and women, and with that purpose in view, we must eliminate, or exterminate everything in our religion and philosophy that tends to make the human mind rhymes all day and all night. All night, the power of the human mind. A dependent weakling, if you would serve God and be truly religious, do not kneel before God, but learn to walk with God and do something tangible every day to increase the happiness of mankind. This is religion that is worthwhile. And denial such a river in Egypt, I said, span again and again. And it is such religion alone that can't please the infinite. Twisted and perverse are the ways of the human mind. Jane intoned. A Pinocchio, his nose begins to grow. I was such a dolt to try to become a real boy. I want to be a real boy. But his nose begins to grow because he's lying. Well, there I go. He was much better off it with his whipped and head. Off with Pinocchio's whipped and heads as a red queen again. The human mind is often, and I think it is for the most part in a state neither of pain nor pleasure, which I call a state of indifference. The human mind is so limited it can only build an arbitrary heaven, and usually the physical comforts they endow it with are naively the kind that can't be perceived as we humans perceive nothing more. No, perhaps I will awake to find myself burning and burning, rising and rising the flames in hell. I think not. I think I will be snuffed out. Black is sheep, black is a fainting spell, and black is death. No light, no awaken. When from my dream will I awaken? I do not believe that gifts, whether of mind or character, can be weighed like sugar and butter. It used to be obvious that the world was designed by some sort of intelligence. What else could account for fire and rain and lightning and earthquakes, above all? The wonderful abilities of living things seem to point to a creator, a meteor who had a special interest in life. They would understand most of these things in terms of physical forces acting under impersonal laws. We don't yet know the most fundamental laws, and we can't work out all the consequences of the laws. We do know the human mind remains extraordinarily difficult. Of all these years of evolution, we barely even tapped the vastest of human potential. Wrapping up coincidental. But so it's the weather. We can't predict weather. It will rain 1 month from today, but we do not know the rules that govern the rain. Even though we can't always calculate their consequences. And the consequence is not coincidence. I see nothing about the human mind any more than about the weather that stands out as beyond the hope of understanding. As a consequence of impersonal laws acting over billions of light years, she always paid attention to fingers rather than faces because they told so much more. People remember to guard their faces, they forgot their hands. Her own were small, though strong and supple from all the hours of piano playing, rapping again, spitting again. Off the top of my head, the lyrics begin. Darkness comes settling in like a rainbow in the dark. The fire begins to spark, but then arises the doubt. Can't in the mind of man, which has, as I fully believe, been developed from a mind as low as that possessed by the lowest animal, be trusted when it draws such grand conclusions. Morality for all the conditioning to which the human mind has been and is subjected is always a personal choice, and the last analyst perilous, a perilous journey to the center of the earth offers all knowledge in the universe. Earthly nature may be a parsimonious, but the human mind is practical, the prodigal son. It's been rapping and rebel without a cause. The prodigal son, the bonbon itself, an anomaly that in its wealth of error, terror, evil, as well as of insight, is exceptional, utterly unique as far as we know properly, an object of wonder, forever right burst of rep, and never my forever spoken, spitted letter, the two great movers of the human mind, of a desire of good and the fear of evil. Our age could devise a peaceable replica of the human mind. There was no one in our neighborhood to fix a sash window, although a few had tried. Rhyme all day, and I like it. The night, never ending rhymes all night. Whatever is unknown is thought a grandiose. It is one of the superstitions of the human mind to have imagined that virginity could be a virtue. Time is memory. The internet is my second brain. Insane. I regard the internet as an extension to my brain. Insane. Same in the membrane. The human mind, much like a well-oiled machine, requires a consistent and steady stream of fuel in order to fully harness its boundless energy and power. I got the power, stop, shower time, rhymes all night. And once sufficiently fortified, the mind becomes an impenetrable fortress, capable of extraordinary success in action. The human mind, much like a well-oiled machine, requires a consistent and steady stream of fuel in order to harness its boundless energy and power. I got the power right forever. Nothing beautiful to the human mind back then. To witness passing of difficulty, human mind receives episodic happiness. It waits for this phase in between those episodes as a sequential sadness, just to harmonize us musically with happiness, subconsciousness, consciousness, all love for nature and life for this melodrama, a bahama, a pajama, a pandonium, a banana shit is bananas, B-A-N-A-N-E-N, melodrama, banana. Life is a true story, witness it, feel it, make it, read it as the end approaches. Let it go in the end like a handsome guest, celebrate the moment, sit back and drop it. Drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, plop, plop, plop. Have a door with your soul, soak my soul. I'm spitting up while swallowing my leg hole into a black hole like an egg roll, my soul whole. What you perceive becomes your reality. What you believe becomes your reality. Brain weaves its own fabric of truth. Why not weave some delectable unity, artificial intelligence is there to act as a supplement to human life. Qualia, too much brain expansion. I'm gonna rethought qualia, I'm brain expanding. Tonight rhymes again. Alright, to extend our capacities and not substitute life. There's this about the human mind. If it can't be done, it will be done. But kingdom come. AI seeks data, human mind seeks understanding. I'm like a sort of living carpet. I'm flying on a living carpet. I need a pattern, a design, like you have on that carpet. I come apart, I unravel unless there's a design. I look down, I act up the carpet as Rebecca said this. Blah blah replica. I found myself thinking of Sherrington's famous image comparing the brain mind to an enchanted loom of blossom and bloom. Weaving patterns ever dissolve them, always with meaning. And I thought one can have a raw carpet without a design. Flying around a living carpet, rhyme all night. Get into the night. There's a spin rhymes all night. Given that the prefrontal cortex is the key to our success as a species. Consuming any amount of alcohol or other intoxicant seems really stupid. All notions of order are a myth. Only order of the universe is chaos. Billy, the apple, take it, chaos. Expand your sight, and you'll realize there is order in every chaos. Mythology and therefore civilization is a poetic, supernormal image conceived, like all poetry and death, but susceptible of interpretation on various levels. I have a PhD, a level knowledge in various subjects, but that's bad. I don't even have a GED. That don't make sense. There are no full stops in the human mind. There's no final draft. Everything that happens continues happening. What's happening, dog? What you been up to? It has an existence outside of time. Rhymes all day, and I like give it to the night. So spit rhymes all night. When the human mind is desperate, it can create and destroy wonders. The kind of place where one finds objects that appear to have come from nowhere, and lives in the middle of nowhere, where her husband used to spend. Crazy stuff happens in nowhere, but the courage to save his new home. Stupid dog, you made me look at blah, 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 blah. The human mind is capable of greatness. We have been trained to process information with efficiency, with can sometimes mean superficially. We grab onto salient and identifiers, often at the expense of devoting attention to more enunciated, nuts details of what was span and that. We carry our empty amplification device around in our pockets. We sleep with it next to our pillows and tempts us 24 hours a day. And when we wake up, even if it's the middle of the night, not I giving into it, not I nurses spitting rhymes all night, giving into the not I nurses spitting rhymes all day and all night. The power of the human mind.